You are looking live at Northwell Health Ice Center at Eisenhower Park in East Meadow, New York on Long Island, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA girls are getting set to play their regular season finale against the New York Islanders. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here bringing you all the action live on Rizzo Vision on YouTube. It's another senior day, this time for the Islanders. First now, you're getting a look at the Rockets wearing their road black jerseys, mainly red trim, red across the shoulders, red numerals outlined with white trim. They have white nameplates mostly on the bottom of their jerseys. In some cases, like in the case of the goalie, Arialis Markland, who you see warming up, she has it at the top. Black pants, black socks with a thick red stripe, flanked high and low by a thin gray stripe. And across the front of the jerseys, the word Rockets is written out in logo style, and the Owen Rockets is a rocket type logo. They also have that same logo appearing on the front of the socks. The Islanders have gathered around their goal. They are wearing the traditional New York Islander type uniforms. There's not much of a description to give you besides that. You should all probably be familiar with the New York Islanders, the four-time Stanley Cup champions. This is their practice rink, and you can see their Stanley Cup banners from seasons 79-80 through 82-83 displayed on the wall behind the team and to the right of the scoreboard. This is the Al Arbor rink, and you could see the 1500 Arbor on your left. On your right at the bench, you could see the hanging jerseys of the Islanders seniors that are being honored. And they are Angelina Johnson, Sarah Greenholtz, Jackie McGee, Bethany Valero, who I don't think is at the game today, Allison Kavanagh, the goaltender, Courtney Reynolds, who got a big ovation from her crew, most of whom are just below us. She's got a lot of people here. There's 87 Courtney Reynolds, and Rachel Leone, whose mom Cheryl helped me out before the game. So thank you very much, Cheryl Leone. And she helped out with a little bit of the roster stuff and a little bit of the background that we need to make the live streams a little bit better for you. There are 17 minutes on the clock. These teams will face off in a week's time in the outskirts of Trenton, New Jersey, where the AGHF playoffs will take place. They'll play again on Friday evening, and right now it is Saturday afternoon. If you're watching live and you're in the Eastern time zone, you know that. If you're watching on demand, you might not. It's February 18th. Greenholtz will start it out with Ana Diorio Reyes at the right wing and Angelina Johnson on the left wing. Rockets start out with Minikillo centering Nieves and Hansen. Liftoff, period one from the island. Jacobus and Fox, the defense pair for the Rockets to start it off, and Fox goes to Jacobus as the Rockets battle for it in the near side corner. Diorio Reyes chips it up the near side boards to the point for McGee, but Minikillo picks it off. Minikillo on the rush, 2-on-1, has Hansen with her and Nieves trailing, but they back check and keep it from being a quick scoring chance for the Rockets. Nieves shifts over to center. She didn't take the draw, so Minikillo really patriating the left wing. Any of the three on that line could take draws. They're all very adept at doing it, as the Islanders will be guilty of an icing. And the whistle will blow 43 seconds into the scoreless contest. Rockets will basically have two forward lines plus an extra forward today, and they will play with two defense pair. Ulrich on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Rodriguez on the far side boards. Latour on the right point, Matone on the left. It comes to Latour, through traffic, fires it, kicked away by Kavanagh. Comes up the near side wing and it chips over Grace Matone's stick. Latour back to pick it up. She will skate it around the back of her net. Hounded there. Rodriguez uses the body to chip it out. Sends it forward. Was looking maybe for Ulrich and or Rizzo. Rizzo trying to race that in. Rizzo picks off Cardo's clearing attempt and Rodriguez hustles down, loses an edge over there, and Ulrich chips it around the far side boards. Rizzo's going to pick it up as it took a funny bounce. Send it to the point for Latour, who sends it back low to Rodriguez. Mia Rodriguez gathers, sends it to Ulrich on the near side half boards. Ulrich looking to go to the point for Matone, changed her mind. Rodriguez goes behind the end line to Rizzo. Rizzo looking for Latour in the middle. Cardo blocked the pass with her skate. Otherwise, that was going to be a big scoring chance for the Rockets. Latour cheated in from the point, unguarded. Rizzo tried to find her. Near side point, Rizzo from Matone. They exchange it. Rodriguez will hustle off as the Rockets have had possession. Matone one-timer. Kavanagh knocks it away with the blocker. Comes to the point again. Matone keeps it in again. Connolly jumps out there now as Rodriguez skates off on the end of the shift. Matone picks it up, gains the line of center, sends it in. Connolly now joined by Nieves and Menichello out there. So the Rockets are going to have to figure out a way with this sort of odd number. The 7 forwards always make it an interesting move, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see if at some point somebody moved and played some defense for this game. Menichello retreats back. She sends it over to Matone, and Matone up to Connolly, 11, chips it forward. It comes up to the point, and Matone keeps it in. Nieves tries to keep it in. Selling out right there was McGee, or was it Hockman? She sold the body out. It was Hockman to get that puck out of the zone. Now the Islanders have possession in the offensive zone for the first time really since the opening faceoff. Diorio Reyes looking for somebody to move it through. That was Greenholtz over there, chipped at the net, but Markland didn't have to make a stop on it. Menichello picks it off the boards. She'll skate it forward and press McGee into retreat. Menichello sends it forward for Connolly, who chips it into the corner on the far side, follows it. Centering feed was looking for Nieves, but it was broken up among a sea of Islanders. Diorio Reyes will get it out of the zone, but Menichello is going to pick it right up. She's 1 on 4. Sometimes those odds are good enough for hope. Fires it at the net. Didn't get a lot on it as the shot was blocked a little bit. And Allison Kavanagh on senior day makes the save with the Islanders logo on her jersey and doesn't let it hit the ice. Ulrich on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot, Rizzo on the near side wing. Fox at left point, Jacobus on the right point, really between the points to start with, but eventually she'll, if they have an offensive zone possession, matriculate toward that right point. They'll do it over again. And Reynolds against Ulrich. Ulrich wins it. Rizzo has it. Cardo tries to cheat her off of it, but Rodriguez helps her pick it up. Lost possession over there, and Leone is going to chip this one out. It's on its edge, so it's not going to be strong enough for icing, and Fox has to play it under duress. Comes to the near side wall. Johnson looking to move it somewhere. Got it to the point. It takes a funny bounce. Markland knocked it down, and she'll cover it up right there. With 13 and the clock still running. Clock running, and they stop it. 5 extra seconds ticked off over there. Islanders win the faceoff as the Rockets try to get it out of the zone. Rizzo and Cardo battle for it over there. Comes back down low. Reynolds spins off, looking for Johnson. Gets it in front. Shot, one save, rebound, and Markland covers up by slamming the pads together while laying on her back. And that puck was still loose right up until that last very moment. They actually blew the whistle while I could still see the puck, but the referee down low could not. Referees in general at this level and all levels below in terms of age groups will be judicious at blowing that whistle a little too early rather than a little too late. Markland versus Kavanagh, your goaltending matchup. Rockets will grab it as Rizzo tries to send Rodriguez to the races, and somebody got a piece to prevent a clean breakout there, but they get it back in eventually as Fox feeds Rizzo. Calvi was trying to break it up. Eventually, it's going to be Hochman to pick it up behind the end line. Far side wall, backhanded out. That's Sammy Patlin. But the Rockets will pick it up. Latour trying to chip it forward. Here comes Patlin, but Fox comes over to break it up. Rodriguez looking maybe for Rizzo. Doesn't really have a clean area. Ooh, that was knocked down, and she tried to get it to her anyway. But it was knocked away by McGee. Otherwise, Rizzo was going to walk in behind the defense. 0-0. Centering feed knocked away. Rockets in the black jerseys. New York Islanders in the white. With that traditional Islander color scheme as the puck is sent in offside. They'll face it off just outside of the defensive zone for the Rockets. Cece Nieves will take the draw, number 22, with Francesca Hansen on her right and Haley Connolly on her left. The defense pair, Lily Latour, recognizable today by the mostly black jersey over there, and she has the puck now, and Grace Matone on D. Islanders retreat into their own end. Nieves almost picked that one off. Matone keeps it in. She's been busy so far, 89 in black. Pardo will gain the line on the right side, but it's quickly knocked away. Hansen and Reynolds battle for it. Reynolds to Diorio Reyes, who sends it down deep and will chase after it. Latour will arrive first, send it to the far boards. Leone gets there first, but Connolly ties her up. Comes a shot from the point, redirected by Diorio Reyes. Took a lot of the momentum off the puck, and Markland is able to cover it up before any big scoring chance came about. Rockets win another face-off, but let's see if they can get the puck out of the zone. Islanders still have it in there as we're under 11 minutes left in a scoreless first period. From East Meadow, the Islanders of the NHL. This is their practice rink. The U19 AA girls Islanders are here now. Matone was 1-on-2, and Leone spun around, lost an edge, and that was a big break for the Rockets right there because they had 2-on-1 and one goalie there, and that would have been a big scoring chance. But puck luck is part of the game, and it didn't shine brightly on the Islanders. Rockets will send this one in. Looks like it's going to be an icing. Just a little missed stride and a missed pass right there as they were moving it from neutral ice forward. 10:17 left, period one on Rizzo Vision on a Saturday afternoon. Senior day for the Islanders. We had the Rockets senior day a couple of weeks ago. We were in York for the York Devils senior day last week, and now it's the Islanders' turn. Good to see our senior girls get honored no matter what jersey they wear. Islanders can't get it through the house, as they like to call it, and Rizzo chips it forward, beating McGee to it, and the Rockets will dump and chase. Rodriguez knocked it down so Rizzo could get a piece. Rizzo couldn't steal it from two Islanders, and Greenholtz will make her way up the right wing. Bumped off by Ulrich for a moment, had to regain it and dump it. Jacobus off the far side boards for Rodriguez. Rizzo was trying to break out there and get behind McGee. Rodriguez will find her. She's found her myriad times on the same play this season. In fact, in the first game those two played together as line mates, it was magic from the start months and months ago, 36 and 13 in black. Here's Jacobus. She's got a little room. She's going to take it in 1-on-4, and her team is going to change behind her. PJ Jacobus on the sharp angle, looking for somebody in front. Ulrich cheats down there. Menichello at the point. Menichello will fire it through traffic, not all the way. Somebody got a piece of it and will send it out. It was Reynolds. Reynolds sends it up, couldn't get it out as Menichello kept it in. Hansen on the far side boards, battling there with Hochman. Hansen wins it, sends it through the crease, and Matone jumps all the way down to pick it up. Matone was trying to get it back either to the net or to Hansen. Nieves jumps up to cover the point and sends it right back down. Hansen looking for Menichello, gets it to her with the feet. Menichello in the circle, gets to the top of the slot, gets all the way down through. Wrist shot, Kavanaugh save, rebound, loose in front. They blow the whistle. It's going to be, I think, a hook on one of the Islanders, and the Rockets will have a power play with 8:29 left in period number 1. A scoreless first period thus far. So it is Courtney Reynolds in front of many of her family and friends getting the first penalty of the game. I'll give you a look at that at some point, maybe between periods. Rockets started out in the power play. Nieves up front with Hansen in the slot and Menikillo on the far wing. Jacobus is at one of the points and Fox the other. Nieves walked it behind the end line, lost it. Menikillo is going to pick it up on the half boards. Takes her time, goes back down low for Nieves. Rockets in the 1-3-1 on the power play here. Menikillo in the slot, wrist shot, sent it wide. Plenty of time still on the power play, 90 seconds of it in a scoreless game that has under 8 minutes left in period 1. Shots on goal are not recorded on the board here, so we don't have the benefit of giving you that, but the Rockets have the edge. Menikillo fires it at Kavanagh, who kicks it wide. Nieves trying to get it started by setting it up, but Diorio Reyes is going to pick it up. Watch Fox retreat, try to power it to the center line, which she does. Can't get the dump all the way down there, but she did get it to a point where they could kill some time on the penalty kill. Rockets trying to reset it now. They've had a minute 5 to do so. They've set it up, but they haven't really gotten any good quality shots. Jacobus will take it. Look to start setting it up. Finds Ulrich at the top. Ulrich fakes. Maybe she just whiffed. Yeah, that was a whiff, Grace. We'd like to say it wasn't, but she whiffed on it, and she almost made it work out for herself. Now Ulrich picks it up, and Grace skates it in over the left point. Looking, goes to the backhand, shakes off one Islander, and it comes all the way to the point as Hansen couldn't quite grab it, but Matone, who's been everywhere so far, does get it. Hansen tees one up, left pad saved by Kavanagh. Leone looking to get it out of there, got a backhand on it, but couldn't get it all the way out. Sent from one point to the other, Menikillo to Matone. Now down for Ulrich. 8 seconds in the power play. Rockets still have time here, and they change one defenseman. Menikillo got caught from behind by Patlin, and they have killed it off, have the Islanders, as Reynolds jumps out onto the ice. Latour blocks a shot by Hockman. Reynolds tries to pick it up. Hansen's going to move this one out to Menikillo. She was on the ice for the whole 2-minute power play plus. Menikillo behind the defense, gets down low, and she tucks one in front of the outstretched right pad of Kavanagh to give the Rockets a 1-0 lead with 6:08 left in period number 1. Hope Menikillo gets the Rockets on the board after the power play expires. And that is a good start for the Rockets. They didn't score on the power play. They had a lot of good possession on it. They've maintained the better part of the possession throughout the game here, and Menikillo converts on the one-on-one. Rizzo sent it forward for Ulrich. It went between the wickets over there. Now moved forward by Latour to Rodriguez. Rodriguez has Rizzo on the back door. And it comes to the half boards. Rizzo gets it, sends it through McGee's skate. Rizzo ducks through one, gets into the slot, looking to go down low for Rodriguez. Pulled down, still has it, gets it over to Ulrich. She got pulled down over there, had possession still for a while. Ulrich centering for Rodriguez. Rodriguez was looking to backhand it to Rizzo, who was coming down the slot. Ulrich has Rizzo in front on the backhand. She's looking for her, still looking now. Rizzo's at the back door, and Ulrich's going to try to get it to her. She goes behind the net. We see it in practice, so we know a little bit sometimes what's coming or what the players are thinking. Rizzo from the knees gets a little help from Rodriguez. Now it goes right to the middle, and Johnson couldn't get it out as Latour stepped into it. McGee picks it up now, and the Islanders, desperate to get it out, will finally do so. McGee through the neutral zone, gets to the end of the circle at the bottom of the right and sent it toward net, but it goes around the end line. Rockets up 1-0, 4:49 left. Rizzo shielded off Greenholtz there. Otherwise, Greenholtz could have walked in. Johnson tries to center it, but Nieves kicks it away with the skate. Rodriguez sends it forward and gets it out of the zone. Rizzo jumps off for a change. and Menichello, who has the only goal of the game, jumps on. Matone sends it up the near side boards. Greenholz steps in, tries to center it, but Nieves knocked it away with the skates. Nieves regains it. Nieves on the break. She's 2-on-2. She has Menichello as the trailer. Leaves it for Menichello. Menichello back to Nieves. One-timer score! CC Nieves off the feed from Hope Menichello. They double the lead with 4:08 left in period number 1. 2-0 New Jersey. You could see that one materialize all the way back in the defensive zone. Nieves blocked a shot. It was really not a shot, actually. It was a centering feed. She blocked it with the skate. She gathered it. She skated it up the wing. Menichello was with her as a trailer. Nieves left it for Menichello. Menichello moved toward the slot, found Nieves down low at the bottom inside edge of the left circle, and Nieves one time to pass Kavanagh for the 2-0 lead. A great it was really a 2-on-2. They made it into a 2-on-1 because the other defender never came over. So good puck read. Nieves now trying to recover it again for Menichello. But a big play right there by Madison Smith to keep it from materializing, 45 and white. Nieves will take it behind the end line. Nieves didn't have much of a stuff there. Kavanagh has it. They don't blow the whistle, and now they eventually do. Kavanagh covered it up with the blocker, but she didn't take the blocker hand off the stick. She didn't relinquish hold of the stick the way, say, Dominik Hasek would have during his NHL days, but she covered it nonetheless. Probably thought that whistle could have come a little bit earlier. 2-0 Rockets, 3:27 left period 1. Menichello and Nieves on the goals so far, 48 and 22 in black. Ulrich behind the end line, hounded there by Reynolds, plays ping pong back and forth with Connolly. Ulrich tried to get it toward the point for Fox, but Diorio Reyes picked it up and sends it out for Reynolds a little too strong. Jacobus retreats to the half boards on the far side, got a little time and space, sends it all the way across for Rizzo. Doesn't really have the numbers, she's 2-on-3. Gains the zone and sends it in. Banked it nicely for Ulrich. Connolly's in the slot. Somebody tripped over their own skates, and if the Rockets had possession there, they would have been able to maybe cash in on that. Latour, 1-on-2, interrupted Diorio Reyes. Leon had to get onside. Diorio Reyes deftly waited for her as she towed the blue line, but the Rockets eventually gained possession. Reynolds kept it in somehow. It looked like it would have been a foot offside, but I really couldn't see it because it was right against the board. Centering feed. They were looking for Diorio Reyes. Down low redirection. Reynolds couldn't get it on the net. Comes up the near side wall. Latour trying to power through as Rizzo gave her a step and a lane to do it. And now Rizzo's going to grab that puck and dump it to the far side corner to allow the Rockets to finish off their change. They did mostly already as Ulrich picks it up at the point. Reynolds has a little room over there. Menichello trying to make her life miserable, but she got it over Hope's stick. Johnson comes in, has to send it to the far side wall, bumps Latour, but Latour just took that literally in stride and was able to gain possession of the puck. Menichello sends it out, looking for Hansen, but Moore just put it in a safe area of the ice. Tries to pick off a clearing pass, knocked it down. Matone reverses it for Hansen, but not accurately. Hansen keeps it in at the wall for a moment, but it trickled through her legs, and Greenholz picked it up. Jacobus banks it off the scorer's table boards, and Nieves will walk it in. Nieves leaves it for Menichello. There is a trailer in there. It's Fox. Fox bangs it over to Nieves off the boards. Nieves tried to send it through the crease, but nobody was there. The goalie let it go. Comes to the far side half wall. Nieves outraces Hockman to it and creates a 1-on-2 tie-up, gives it to Menichello. Menichello walking into the slot, sends it wide of Kavanagh, who let it go. Hansen on the near side wall. Calvi lifted the stick. Jacobus knocked down the clearing attempt. Nieves kept it in, and finally it's sent out for an icing. And the clock stops with 39.2 seconds left in period 1. It's been a good one for the Rockets. 2-0 so far. Menichello scored first, Nieves 2 minutes thereafter. From Menikillo. A brilliant play. Ulrich on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot, Connolly on the near side boards. Fox and Jacobitz, the defense pair. Face off one right to Connolly's stick, and she sends it off the dasher. They play ping pong back and forth. Connolly centers, but Rodriguez hadn't quite gotten there yet. Ulrich trying to pick off the clearing attempt, but Leon's going to get it. Leon marches in, wrist shot snuffed by Fox. It never gets past the dot. Reynolds picks it up. Reynolds looking to center it. Fox doesn't let her have any quarter. Chips it up the dash with 10 seconds. Connolly sends it for Rodriguez. Rockets have very little time. Rodriguez rushing in. Rodriguez trying to power it forward with 3 seconds. Ulrich has it in the skates. She's not going to be able to get the shot off, and time expires. But a good one for the Rockets on the goals by Menikillo and Nieves. They will commence period number 2 with a 2-0 lead at the beautiful, impeccable Islanders practice rink, the New York Islanders practice rink, Northwell Health Ice Center in Eisenhower Park in East Meadow, New York. You get to see all those fun Queens and Long Island landmarks if you get here through the northern part of New Jersey, like some of us do, like Citi Field and the George Washington Bridge and Belmont Park. You can't quite get so much of a look at it. And the USB could zoom in and zoom out, it would be incredible. We don't have that though. We got this. You got Rizzo vision. This is what you got. Markland defends the goal to your YouTube left. Kavanaugh to your YouTube right. Liftoff, period 2. Rockets up 2-0, looking to add to the lead. Nieves with Hansen and Menikillo to start it out up front, and they already get one shot. Latour on right D, Matone on left D. Rockets with 7 forwards and 4 defensemen today. The Islanders with the same. So it's about as even as you could get. Sent out of the zone. It's a race. Patlin gets to it, but her shot is blocked away by Latour. It's loose in front. Markland had to scramble. Couldn't quite get a piece. Islanders with their best scoring chance here. Matone sends it up. Can't get it out. Sammy Patlin with the breakout there nearly got the Islanders on the board, but they just couldn't quite get the shot at a high quality. Hansen sends it out for Menikillo. Menikillo on the far side boards for Nieves, who negotiates it toward the net. Kavanaugh had to knock it away. It wasn't much of a shot, but it was a shot. Latour's shot hits Menikillo, but of course it bounces to a Rocket. Menikillo down low, trying to spin it through. Backhand goes just wide. Somebody got a piece of her stick. Menikillo walks it off the corner board, this corner and the far side boards. Sent up, Leon tips it so there's no icing, but makes sure it gets through the 2 Rockets defenders. Latour picks it up, hits the Jets. Ooh, she ran into somebody at the line over there. Leone lost her stick. Both get up okay. Marklin sees that puck get knocked forward by Patlin and decides to cover it up. Whistle and a stoppage of play, 15:24 left period, 2-2 Rockets. In 6 days, these teams will meet in the first game of the round robin of the 4-team AGHF playoffs as the second and third seeds. And they could meet again if they both made it through the round robin and into the championship game on Sunday. So the end of the regular season for the Rockets. Not sure that if the Islanders have another game scheduled for Sunday. I don't think they do. So I'm going to assume it's the end of their regular season as well. Next one counts, girls, but they all count. Rizzo trying to outrace McGee there. Puts her under pressure. Spinning down was Rodriguez. I don't know if she was tripped or lost an edge. Jacobus goes down now. Rodriguez recovered and battles forward in the near side boards. Ulrich came at the point, takes a shot, was looking for somebody down the middle. It was Jacobus who couldn't redirect it. Rizzo hounding and takes it away for a moment from Diorio Reyes. Couldn't gain possession as Diorio Reyes was able to get it out of the zone. Rodriguez tries to chip it forward, but Hockman got to it first and Johnson sent it in. 14 minutes, 14 seconds left, period 2. Rockets 2, Islanders nothing. Rockets in the black jerseys, Islanders in the white. Wrist shot, Marklin, her biggest save of the game, got it with the right shoulder. Ulrich sent it forward for Rodriguez, but Smith, who had the stride and the angle, is going to pick it up first. Smith hounded by Minichello. Minichello and Smith in a stalemate on the far side boards. Ulrich joins the fray, and eventually Reynolds picks it up. Courtney Reynolds, 87, behind her end line, sent it toward the point where Connolly whacked it forward. Minichello through traffic. Hansen, one-timer, big save by Kavanagh. She gobbles it up with the pads. After Hansen was going 5-hole there, she got maybe a little too much air under the puck to get it to the 5-hole. If it was about 6 inches lower, it was going to go in. But Kavanagh made the save, smacked the pads together, and left no rebound. Nieves on the dot, Hansen in the slot. Minichello on the right wing gets the face-off win. Connolly now at the point. She's moved over to D. Hansen redirects the shot from Matone, and Nieves picks it up. Nieves centers it. One shot, two, score! It's Tootie time as Francesca Hansen puts the Rockets up 3-0 with 13:24 left in period 2. Hey, Uncle Frank, you didn't have to watch that one on YouTube. You got to see it right with your own eyes. How about that for number 9? Off the goalmouth scramble, Hansen joins Nieves and Minichello, the 3 forwards who are out there, as the goal scorers for the Rockets. Connolly on right D, Matone on left. Connolly off the face-off, gained the center line and sent it in. Nieves picks it up, spinning, sends it to Hansen, tries to backhand it, but Smith stepped into the shooting lane right there and forced it wide. Matone goes high-low with Nieves, who spins off the boards, centering for Minichello, tries to get it through everybody's legs, including her own teammates, but couldn't do it. Patlin battling there. Pinching in was Connolly. Nieves back to Minichello, centers for Hansen, but missed the mark. Matone makes up for the warts. The Rockets just hitting on all cylinders here. Even the passes that are inaccurate are still finding a black jersey in loose ice, and that's when you know you're really working well. And they have hit their peak here just in time for the playoffs after a season of next girl up. It's been injury after injury after injury, and even some more now with Aaron Bruno not here on the ice after she was out for a while. Wrist shot, Diorio Reyes held on to by Arialis Marklin, number 2 in the net. She hasn't been busy, but she's been a little more busy here in the early stages of period 2 than she was in period 1, as a couple of quality chances have come her way, and number 2 has been up to the task. So in a season of injuries, next woman up, the Rockets did what they needed to do to survive, including the girl who just smacked that puck forward, Lily Latour, having to sub in as the third goaltender for about a month's time in the December-January portion of the schedule. Rodriguez sends it in, handcuffed Rizzo there a little bit. McGee moved it out, but Latour picks it up. So Latour, with the brilliant duo of Arialis Marklin and Emmeline Lacey, sidelined for about a simultaneous period or close to it of 4 to 6 weeks. Latour put the goalie pads on and played brilliantly in nets, keeping the Rockets season afloat. And we've seen Latour at forward and we've seen her at defense, and she's just performed so well in every facet of the game. But the other Rockets had to pick things up too when PJ Jacobus, their captain, was out for months in the season. Wrist shot knocked away by the glove of Marklin. Jacobus missed close to 3 months, I think it was, and she started the season as the Rockets' #1 center, and Nieves is going to race in. Nieves gets behind the D, comes in, wrist shot, Kavanagh save, rebounds there, they stuff, Kavanagh covers it up with the pads or the glove, couldn't see it, under duress and pressure from Menikillo and Hansen and Nieves, who had the breakaway there. So 3-0 Rockets, 11:16 left period 2. You're in the black jerseys. We're glad you're joining us no matter which side it is that you're rooting for. Senior day for the Islanders today. One of those seniors just made the save, Allison Kavanagh. And Kavanagh clan, if I get that name mispronounced, my college roommate, Tom Kavanagh, will wring my neck because it's the same spelling. And I know enough not to say Kavanaugh. It's Kavanagh. Kavanagh with the save. Off the far boards. Kept in by Matone. Spun out there by Calvi. Chipped up but not out. Calvi recovers and eventually does get it out. She's going to break in with Johnson. 2-on-1 on Latour. Johnson, wrist shot. Marklin save. Rebound. Marklin saves that one. Calvi broke out with Johnson. Johnson got one shot off on the 2-on-1. Calvi on the rebound got a good chance right there, but Marklin keeps the 0 on the board. Rockets by a field goal. Looking to add to it. Hansen up the right wing. She's going to try to get it past Smith. They're now in a 50-50 battle. Smith goes down. Hansen looking for it. Menikillo trying to help out. Ulrich's going to grab it, send it to the point where Matone and she will exchange. Ulrich now behind the end line. Smith is going to hustle over there, reverse it. Smith, 45, sends it up to Johnson. It's going to be kept in by Latour, but knocked down and out by Calvi. Calvi and Johnson again on a 2-on-1 with Latour. Ulrich hustles on the back check. Can't get it through Latour's skates, and Matone sweeps down to sweep it away. So last time Johnson got off the shot, this time she tried to nutmeg Latour, and Latour was giving her back cinnamon. Centering shot. Center rebound off the shot by Menikillo. Ulrich didn't get the puck to sit down for her. Menikillo looked like it was like a nothing chance, and she got it on net. Matone up for Rodriguez, looking to Rizzo to split 3 of them. Rizzo knocks it down for Rodriguez, but somebody got a piece of it. Hockman did. Now the Islanders try to break out. This is Reynolds. Jacobus sells out, but Leone picks it off. Leone almost had it alone in front. She's looking to center for Reynolds, who gets the backhand on it, but Jacobus snuffed the shot. Rizzo used the body to help chip it out and gets it out of the zone. Islanders try to get it back in. They do so onside, but Rodriguez is going to pick it off. 1-on-3, maybe 2-on-4. That one's sent down. There's going to be a penalty here. Hockman's going to get called for the interference. So what is interference? That's always a good question. It's one of those penalties that you see called very often, especially at this level. Less so at the NHL level, where there's a little more allowance for it. But on this occasion, Becca Hochman, number 16, goes to the penalty box for interference because Mia Rodriguez had the puck. She sent it forward, and once no longer in possession of the puck, you can't impede another player's path toward the puck or forward at all. And Hochman jumped in and prevented Rodriguez from continuing to move forward. That's the call, that's the explanation. Rockets on the power play with a 3-0 lead and looking to add to it as we're midway through the game. Nieves up front with Fox and Hansen. Jacobus and Menikillo on defense. Centering feed, Hansen sends a pass down low. Fox comes in, makes a shot at it. Nieves whacked at it too, but Kavanagh saves them all. So Menikillo got that puck. She's playing in a defensive position here, a defense position at the point on the power play. So she and Fox exchange positions essentially. Fox playing up front here on the power play. Menikillo sent it down through for Hansen. Hansen tucked it toward the left post on a pass, and Nieves tried to fire it in, and Fox pounded at it as well. Rockets are now going to get it off a scramble. Jacobus now to Menikillo. Back to Jacobus at the top of the slot through traffic. It goes wide. Menikillo with 8:08 left on period number 2. And 1:13 now on the power play. Nieves tried to center it, but Kavanagh knocked it away. Menikillo regains, walks it toward the middle. Jacobus one-timer, whistled wide. Nieves has it behind the net. Nieves tried to pass it cleanly to Menikillo. Smith made it unclean, but they get what they want anyway. Hansen was looking for the one-timer in the slot, but got interrupted. Jacobus now back for Nieves as the Rockets maintain possession on the power play. They play catch. Pitchers and catchers reported. They're playing catch out there. Centering feed. Kavanagh threw the pad out there to knock it away before it could get to two of the Rockets in front. Menikillo off the near circle rather, picked up by Reynolds, chipped out, was looking to spring to Oriol Reyes, and they at least get it out of the zone. That one chipped off of one of the Islanders, and they're going to face that off inside the Rocket defensive zone because it was sent out of play before the blue line. 22 seconds left in the Rocket power play. They haven't converted on either of the first one or the majority of the second one just yet. Right after the first one, Hope Menikillo scored to make it 1-0. Rockets are going to try to break out. Rizzo looking for the steal. She was trying to get off to the races, and it was sent in offside. They will face it off at center ice, with the Rockets now having 16 more seconds of power play time to work with against number 16, Becca Hochman. Ulrich on the dot, Rizzo and Rodriguez up front. Matone and Connolly, the defense pair now, as the Rockets use the extra defenseman and just play with the two forward lines here. Matone will pick it up as time expires on the penalty. Hochman exits the box, goes right to the bench. Ulrich was breaking it out, but got maybe a little confused over there as the Islanders made their change. They did it cleanly. Rizzo's going to pick this one up off the feed from Ulrich. Marches down, wrist shot. She fired it wide. Somebody just got a piece of the stick before she could pull the trigger. Rodriguez battling for it. Comes down low. It's loose. Ulrich pounds at it. Rodriguez fires it, but what a save by Kavanagh with the glove. That was ticketed for the top corner of the net, but Kavanagh held her ground, threw the catching glove up there and snared it. Spectacular save by the senior, Allison Kavanagh. Keeps it 3-0. But the Rockets are really looking to continue to put the pressure on. It comes to Rizzo in the slot, turns and fires, it goes wide, but Ulrich's going to pick up the rebound. Ulrich will look to move it. She's going to keep it on the half boards, maybe go to the point, and now she'll spin away from the point, loses it there, chipped out. She got a piece of it, not a high stick. Ulrich still battling for it. Rodriguez picks it up. She's going to march in 2-on-2 and dumps it to the near side corner. Regains it behind the end line, Sends it over for Rizzo. Rizzo gets through one, gets through another, sends it for Ulrich, who tipped it wide. Oh, what a move. Boy, that would have been one of the highlights of the year if Ulrich had been able to get that one in. What a play by Rizzo. Deked a couple. Sent it on Ulrich's tape with alacrity. And Grace got it, but just got it wide. And Kavanaugh, retreating into the net, actually knocked the net off. So the Rockets have an offensive zone draw. They change it up. Nieves with Hansen and Menichello. That line representing your 3 goal scorers. But it hasn't just been them. It's been all Rockets in all facets. Brought down below the end line. Nieves will come back to back check. It sits on the dasher and falls off nicely for Hansen. Hansen sends it toward Menichello's side. Hockman was in the way there, so Hansen had to temper the pass angle. 2-on-1 for the Islanders. They come in, and on the exchange, Matone gets in the way and breaks it up. So the Islanders have had a few 2s-on-1 here, and they haven't been able to convert it to a scoring chance except for the first one, where they got 2 good scoring chances on the shot and the rebound shot. Now coming through is McGee. She fires it into the equipment of Fox, who knocks it down, regains it, sends it toward the point, picked up by Diorio Reyes. She fires it, but Matone blocks that one. And it comes up the near side wall. Hansen for Menichello. Loose puck, Nieves chips it forward. Hockman gets it, sends it ping-ponging between all players in the neutral zone. This one's sent down. It's going to be an icing. I thought she was close to the center line there, but the referee says icing, and that's the call. 4:22 left, period 2. Rockets holding a 3-0 edge over the home-standing Islanders, 6 days ahead of their playoff meeting in the opening game of the round robin of the AGHF playoffs on Friday in the outskirts of Trenton. Fox chipped it forward. Rizzo's going to pick this up, curl off the circle, tries to get it down low for Ulrich. Fox got it. Rebound off the shot by Fox was kicked all the way to the near side wall. Islanders pick it up and get it out. Calvi to Leon. A little too strong for Patlin, but they get it in the zone, and the Rockets send it right out. It is not icing. It went right through the wickets over there of Cardo. Isabel Cardo tries to get it out, but Mia Rodriguez doesn't want to make it an easy proposition. Eventually she does. It comes to Calvi. She's offside unless the Islanders could pull it back. Sammy Patlin does that. Sends it for Leon. Leon will gain the top of the circle. Wrist shot goes wide by Calvi. Now comes to the point. It gets through Cardo's wickets. This is a live puck here. Smith will get to it first, and Rizzo will try to chase her down, forces the turnover as Ulrich comes in to gather it. Rizzo off the boards on the far side, gets through Smith, finds Latour. Latour is going to walk it around the circle on the right side. Latour looking, takes it all the way for Rizzo, tees it up, wrist shot, Kavanaugh save, doesn't let the rebound hit the ice. Latour was waiting for it to happen. Kavanaugh said no. She's been the reason why the Islanders are still within striking distance here. It's 3-0 Rockets with 3:05 left in period 2. From East Meadow, Long Island. Nieves wins the face-off to Francesca Hansen. She got the only goal so far of period number 2. Comes to the near side wall. Johnson has it. Johnson tips it off the boards. Nieves back checking, breaks it up. Hockman trying to get through. Menichello's going to go off for a hook. Hockman's going to walk it in. Hockman gets down low, fires it wide. Connolly touches it up. And the Islanders will have their first power play of the game as Hope Menichello goes off for the hook. She got her stick tied up in Hockman. Hockman powered forward. And Menichello dropped the stick, but it was too late by that time. Referee already had the arm up. Rockets 0 for 2 on the power play. Islanders with their first man advantage of the game. Hansen and Nieves will start it out up front. Jacobus and Connolly on D for the Rockets to kill it off. This is going to be a big moment in this game for the Islanders if they have any realistic hopes of getting back in it. Sharp angle shot by Diorio Reyes, rebuffed by the right pad of Markland. Hockman at the point, gets blocked by Hansen, but it still gets into the slot. Diorio Reyes lost it, but McGee's going to pick it up. Blocked by Nieves. Chipped forward by Connolly. Nieves one-on-one shorthanded. She has Hansen as a trailer. Turns the corner. Doesn't have enough room to make it. Still trying to get it. Trying to center it, but lost it. But Jacobus cleans it up and sends it right back down low. McGee picks it up. Jackie McGee moves it up. She's one of the seniors that was honored before the game for the Islanders, 18 in white. Islanders trying to establish the power play here. They have a minute left to do it. Diorio Reyes marches in 1-on-2. Johnson on the rebound. Right pad save. Backhand shot by Diorio Reyes, knocked down by the right pad of Markland, and Arialis covers it up before any more damage. So Megan Stake has now come to join the fold. Diorio Reyes off the faceoff was trying to tee it up, couldn't fire it. 49 seconds left in the power play for the Islanders. 86 seconds left in the second period. That one hit off of a skate and came out in front, but no Islander was there. Smith down low. Rockets have Rodriguez and Ulrich up front. Matone and Fox on D killing it off. Smith goes down low, playing catch with Reynolds. Reynolds centering feed, a lot of traffic in there. Gets toward the net, and Markland covers it up. Patlin shoveled it there with the backhand, but an easy one for Markland to see, stop, and cover. 1:04 left, period 2. Rockets 3, Islanders nothing. Shot from the top of the slot by Calvi goes wide. Fox sends it up for Rodriguez. Spun around, they get it out. She's got Ulrich with her up front. Islanders will bring it in. Courtney Reynolds gains the circle on the left side. Centering feed, too much traffic for Patlin to knock it down. Fox has Minichello coming out of the box, but she sent it forward to Rodriguez instead of taking the chance of the home run pass. In hockey, we use a combined baseball-football term, home run pass. Ulrich gains the line. Rodriguez jumps off. Rizzo jumps on. There's 20 seconds left in the period. Can the Rockets push the lead to 4? Rizzo gets down low, has Minichello in front, but a lot of traffic. Rizzo gets it to Minichello with a brilliant pass. Hope tries to tee it up. Latour comes down. 6 seconds. Ulrich has it. Somebody's got to fire a shot with 4 seconds. Matone to Ulrich. She's going to run out of time. So even with that clock on both ends of the ice, especially that one, pretty visible, it's easy for us up here to look at that. But boy, when you're out there playing and you're under pressure, understanding how much time is left, even when they're screaming at you from the bench, it is not an easy proposition. And you know that if you've played any kind of timed sport. We've seen it a million times from the lowest levels all the way to the professionals. But the Rockets did very well through 2 periods as they hold a 3-0 lead heading into the third. We don't have the shots on goal available, but boy, if we did, that would be something. We're glad you're joining us on Rizzo Vision from Northwell Health Ice Center at Eisenhower Park on Long Island, East Meadow. And once again, if you've just tuned in, we're glad no matter which side you are on. They are a brilliant sorority, are the girls who play hockey. There's not many, and their passion and dedication is to be admired. Especially when they get to the older levels like 19U, the last outpost of youth hockey And we've seen our Rockets seniors get honored a couple of weeks ago, and if you look above the Islanders bench, you could see the jerseys of Angelina Johnson, 12, 17, Sarah Greenholtz, 18, Jackie McGee, 21, Bethany Valaro, 31, Allison Kavanagh, 87, Courtney Reynolds, and 89, Rachel Leone. Get their due praise as seniors today for the Islanders. And if you're looking for a reset, here it is. With 6:08 left, or thereabouts, in period one, after a Rockets power play had expired, Hope Minikillo scored to make it 1-0. 2 minutes later, Hope Minikillo set up Cici Nieves, and she made it 2-0. And then in period number 2, Francesca Hansen scored to make it 3-0. Those three are out there. Lift off period number 3 on Rizzo Vision with the Rockets up by a field goal. Nieves looking for maybe Minikillo. She gets it to her. It gets to Matone, tees it up. Can't get it through traffic. Kavanagh sends it away with the paddle of the stick. Hansen backhands it over to Nieves. Nieves is going to curl, send it to Latour. It comes to Hansen in front, tried to tee it up. There's one save, and Kavanagh covers up the loose puck. So the Rockets applying a lot of pressure as Latour just walks in unmanned from the point and gets another scoring chance for her team, Lily Latour. Rockets win the faceoff. Minikillo walks it to the slot, fires it, was maybe looking to pass it, but Kavanagh got the stick on it. It goes to the far side wall. They battle for it over there. Comes to Hansen, spins, fires, and knocked away by the pad. Racing in to try to get it was Matone. Sent up for Johnson, 2-on-1 with Leone. Sent it over for Leone. She couldn't quite corral it. Matone blew up the centering feed there. So 4 2s-on-1 for the Islanders. They got 2 shots on the first one, and they haven't been able to get a shot since. Matone's going to pinch in to try to get that. She uses the body as a shield. Eventually Ulrich picks it up, tries to send it down low. It's going to be a puck battle along the boards, and Hansen and Johnson step in. McGee is going to get it out of the zone for Leone. Leone will go right down the middle of the ice, try to get it to the middle, but Latour takes it right away from her. Latour chips it forward for Hansen, uses the body. She's going to go for the push there on Diorio Reyes, and Latour touches it up. They are going to call Hansen for the Rockets' second power play penalty kill of the game. As Francesca Hansen goes into the box, they call roughing right there. I could give you a cross-check, maybe. It was more of a shove, which is legal as long as the puck is there. You can't check in girls hockey or women's hockey. There's no level in which that exists except maybe in the Swedish Elite League. On the power play for the second time, the Islanders looking to get on the board. The Rockets looking to keep that clean sheet for Arialis Markland. Behind the end line, they play it and try to set up. They have 2 behind the end line, and the Rockets guarding all the others. Wraparound attempt. Markland got a piece. Wrist shot goes over the net by Reynolds. Oh, she had Markland down, and she had time and space, the 2 most valuable things in hockey. But Courtney Reynolds' shot just exceeded the height of the crossbar. Diorio Reyes spinning, looking for the one-timer. Stake down low for Reynolds, and she scores! Courtney Reynolds with a power play goal. 40 seconds into the man advantage, and all those cheering are for she. She brought a big contingent, and she rewards them on senior day. So the plot thickens for the Rockets. They've been having their way with the Islanders the whole game, and yet still it's 3-1 with 14:44 left. Rockets have Nieves with Minikillo and Hansen. Menichello walks it in, centers for Hansen. It's too far. Hansen will try to spin off of it. Nieves is going to help her out. Send it below the end line. Hansen to Menichello. Menichello looking to get it to Nieves, but sticking out the goalie stick and knocking away the pass was Kavanaugh. A good goalie will use her stick not just to block shots, but block passes. Nieves fires it, knocked away by the left head, chipped over the net, and comes to the near side corner. Rockets here, countering the power play goal by the young lady with the puck right now with a good offensive series. And now have to defend in their own end. Near side wall, now to the point, up and down they go. Reynolds centers it, it goes right through a lot of traffic. Rockets are going to try to break out. Nieves for Menichello, she's 1-on-4, has to dump it, but the rest of her teammates were changing, so she does the job. The job isn't always reflected in what you see on the score sheet in goals and assists as the puck jumps into the Islanders bench, sent there by an Islander, so it should be faced off in the Islander defensive zone. They disagree, and they will face it off outside the zone. They, meaning the referees, including Mr. Thibault, who has his name on his referee's jersey on the near side. Connolly tries to reverse it, gets a little traffic over there from Patlin. Greenholtz is there with the white jersey, centering feed. It went all the way through. It was a centering pass, but it ended up being a shot that Marklin had to knock away. Rockets up 3-1 here, but the Islanders have picked it up since they got the 0 off the board. Banked off the boards on the back side. Comes to the near side wall. McGee keeps it in at the point. Connolly could have knocked it down with the skate, but she didn't want to redirect it at her goalie, so she let it go. Rodriguez chips it out of the zone. Centering pass by the Islanders was knocked away by Rizzo, who dumps it in. Ulrich now trying to chase it down to see if she could beat McGee. It comes to Rizzo. Rizzo back to Ulrich. Coming in at the point now is Fox off the change. Fox, can she get to it? Patlin's going to get it. 1-on-2. Fox steered her away from it. Ulrich bumped off by Greenholtz. They called that a penalty on Hansen before, but Greenholtz gets away with the same thing right there. Only 4 total penalties in the game, and really not a complaint really anywhere off the officiating. They've been fine today. Moved in and out of the zone. Menichello's going to get this. Menichello's going to get to it. Bumped off. Gets it on the backhand. Couldn't pull the trigger. Smith was over there. She got just enough of Menichello as players were sort of confused at what was going on. A whistle never blew, so Menichello just said, I'm going to keep going after the darn thing and see if I can't put another one in. Eventually it goes out of play in the protective netting above the glass behind the goaltender. Face off to Kavanagh's left. Nieves lost it, but the Islanders eventually do win it back. Johnson, she's been at the, they've had 4 2s-on-1, and Johnson's been involved in all of them up the right wing. That wasn't a 2-on-1, but it was almost another scoring chance. The Rockets got to watch out here if they're not careful. And here's Menichello, wrist shot, saved with the glove by Kavanaugh, and that glove has kept this game within reach for the Islanders. The Rockets really could have a good claim to have put many more up on the scoreboard at this point. But that glove has been spectacular on that save and another. Connolly looking to get it through a shooting lane. She was going to maybe pass it through. Instead said, hey, I'm going to take a shot at the thing. Islanders protect the house, though, and Reynolds is going to skate it up and out. Courtney Reynolds backhands it into the zone, but Jacobus is going to chase it down. PJ Jacobus behind her own net with 10:50 left in the third period. The Rockets have a 3-1 lead. Can they build on it? Here's Menichello. She got the first one. She's still got it. She's still got it. Looking for the pass. Sends it to Connolly between the points. Negotiated down low. Connolly is the last line of defense. The Islanders could have had a breakaway, or at least maybe even a 2-on-0, at least a 2-on-1. But the Rockets keep it in. They're applying pressure here, but if they don't put that puck in the net, they're going to find themselves in a game that they've dominated. That one fired wide by Ulrich off the stuff attempt by Minichello. Minichello skates off. Rizzo is going to change for her. Rizzo streaks in from the right side. Will that puck find her on the way? It won't. Jacobus comes back, fields it over to Connolly, who sent it forward for Rizzo. It effectively works as a dump in as Smith grabs it. Smith comes up the middle, but Ulrich and Rizzo work the trap. Let's see if they gain possession of the puck. They do, but not in the offensive zone. Rockets with 9:45 left in the third period, holding a 3-1 lead. That one brought back into the zone by the Islanders, so it was not an offside. Fiorio Reyes comes in, tries to turn the corner on the right side, loses it, regains it, centering, loose in front, swept away by Matone. Matone gets another piece of it, chips it up for Rizzo. She's 2-on-2 with Rodriguez, gains the line of center, gains the offensive zone, still has it, tries to get through one, tries to get through another, loses the foot. It comes to Ulrich. This one pops out. Fox is going to get there under pressure from Greenholtz. Fox banks it off the boards on the near side. Stake pops it in. She joined just here in the third period. 43, Megan Skate with the puck. Stake, not skate. I look at it and I want to say skate because it's hockey. Stake with it. Stake trying to stake her claim. Still with possession. Off the boards on the far side, Nieves grabs it. There's a stick in her legs. She came down for a moment, no trip. Moved out through neutral ice. Calvi still with it. Tries to chip it forward. Reynolds has it. She's got the lone goal for the Islanders to make it 3-1 here in the third. Nieves picks that one off. Nieves is going to skate it out. Nieves is going to see if she can get behind the D. Nieves lost it as she did turn the corner. Centering feed, or maybe a wraparound attempt, knocked away by Kavanagh. Hansen picks it up. Hansen tries the centering feed. It hit an Islanders boot. Jacobus, a little too strong for Minichello over there. Now picked up on the far side, sent cross ice by Hockman. This is Calvi. Calvi will skate it in over the right point and send it at net. Markland steers it away. Latour picks it up with the feet. Needs to stick a fork in it, but somehow manages to do what she needed to do. It's sent right back down. Patlin tries to center it. Latour broke it up. Shielded it off the net. McGee, one-timer, was looking to send it for a redirection. Didn't have a shooting lane, so she fired a hard pass looking for good things to happen. This gets all the way through traffic. Patlin puts in the rebound! And with 7:21 left in the game, the Rockets have taken the foot off the throttle and the Islanders have put theirs on it. It's 3-2 in a game in which the Rockets have all but dominated. They find themselves in peril. This game was 3-0 and all Rockets heading into the third. They've maintained most of the possession still, but the Islanders have been able to cash in on one power play here in the third, and now on a goal mouth scramble, it's Sammy Patlin, 24, that closes the gap to a goal. And once again, these teams will play 6 days and 3 hours or thereabouts from the time that they faced off this one. And that's the AGHF playoffs, the round robin. There's 4 teams in it. The first seed are the York Devils. The second seed are the New Jersey Rockets. The third seed are the New York Islanders. And the fourth seed are the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Each team will play one another, and whichever team has the most points out of the round robin will advance to play one another on Sunday afternoon in the final for the chip of the AGHF. But here in the regular season finale for the Rockets, the plot has thickened. Coach Jacobus has taken the timeout. There's 7:21 left in the game, and the Rockets hold a 3-2 lead. But 2 goals here in the third have brought the Islanders in it. And Allison Kavanagh, their goaltender, has made a few big saves when the Rockets were looking to deliver the knockout punch. So after the timeout, let's see what the Rockets have in store for the Islanders. Rodriguez will gain the line. It's offside as she and Rizzo just couldn't get in stride. Ulrich with Rodriguez and Rizzo up front. Jacobus and Fox on D. 2 forward lines for the Rockets, and they're playing with 5 defensemen now. They started out with 7 forwards and 4 defensemen. Rockets win the faceoff and they bulldoze it into the offensive zone. Jacobus had to take it out of the zone as there was really no way she could have kept it in. Ulrich will send it across ice for Rizzo. Oh boy, the Islanders were looking to pick it off, but they were rolling the dice there because if that had gotten through, Rizzo would have walked in alone. And she's not one of the ones that you want to walk in alone on you if you're the opposing goalie. Rizzo up for Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to beat Smith for it. Smith gets the backhand on it, but sends it back to her own net. Rodriguez from a sharp angle tried to get it through the 5-hole, but Kavanagh closes the door just in time. And if she had let up a rebound, Rizzo was on the doorstep looking to tap it in. So off the timeout, the Rockets respond. There's 6:28 left in the third period. They have a 3-2 lead, but it's been the Islanders that have scored both of the goals here in the third. Off the face-off, Minichello sent it for Matone. Matone at the net, fires it, but it's knocked away with the paddle of the stick by Kavanagh. Comes up the near side wall, it gets out. There's no icing because Matone might have gotten a piece of it. Latour's going to chase it down before the end line anyway, and she'll skate it off the boards, chip it to herself, but a little too strong. Recovers it anyway on the half boards as Reynolds is over there. Hansen comes in to pin as well, and eventually the Rockets will break out 2-on-1. Hansen up the right wing has Minichello with her. Hansen will keep moving it. Chips with Sauce. Wrist shot for Minichello goes wide, and she gets hauled down after the shot. No call. They'll let them play. 2-on-2, or possibly a 3-on-2 for the Islanders as Leone breaks out over the left wing. Comes toward the middle and runs into a couple of Rockets, and they just easily deposit that puck out of the zone. Minichello trying to turn McGee around. Does it a couple of times. Minichello in the slot. Her shot was blocked away by Hockman with the right shin pad. Now McGee chips it out. No icing as it hit off a Rocket. She's going to continue to chase it down. Connolly breaks up the centering feed as Leone was streaking down the middle, guarded by Nieves, who just bunted it away, knocked it down again, and they're going to call another penalty here, and the Rockets are going to be shorthanded with 5:09 left in period 3. Hansen will go to the box. They are going to call interference. I can't say I really saw exactly what the penalty was in terms of the actual infraction. It didn't look like anything unseemly was happening out there. Nevertheless, 9 is in the box for 2 minutes. Rockets have 5:09 left to extinguish in this game. They have a 3-2 lead. It was 3-0 heading into the third. The Islanders scored on the power play to get going. They have a power play here. Stake trying to center it. Markland couldn't cover it up. Stake back and forth below the end line. Jacobus chips it up. Rizzo's at the half boards. Rizzo trying to angle it away, reverses it. Had Stake right on her. Jacobus gets there first, but it's now a battle in the corner as Greenholz is there. Jacobus hanging tough, 1-on-2. Walking out of the corner, Diorio Reyes, wrist shot. Markland save, rebound. She got that one too. Ulrich skates it out. She's got Rizzo on the far side if she can find her. Sends it there. Rizzo had to knock it down. They're battling for it. Rizzo and Ulrich shorthanded here. If they get a chance, they'll try to put that puck in the back of the net. Greenholz couldn't handle it. Jacobus chips it back. 66 seconds left in the power play. Jacobus over to Rizzo. She's going to gain the line of center, dump it, and the Rockets will change pretty much everybody. They will change everybody. Fresh penalty killers out for the final 53 seconds. Will the Islanders, if they get possession, try to pull the goalie and go 6-on-4 and take a real shot at this? Backhand, and that's going to extinguish the penalty because Latour got roughed from behind. So 40 seconds of 4-on-4 time. And then the Rockets will have a power play, and there's 3:49 left in the game. So that's a big turn of events, and that's going to not extinguish the Islanders' hopes by any means, but Diorio Reyes is in the box, and Anna definitely didn't want to get that penalty, but you got to play hockey. It's not a game for the meek. So 4-on-4 for 40 seconds. Then the Rockets will have a power play. They have a 3-2 lead and 3:49 left. If they keep pucks out of their own net, they'll win. One-timer redirected. Backhand goes wide. On the 4-on-4, it's Matone and Latour on D. Nieves and Rodriguez up front. Rodriguez on the back door there, waiting for that feed from Nieves if it will ever get through. Nieves has it. Rodriguez walks it out. Rodriguez with a beautiful pass. Matone shoots, and she scores! Grace Matone off the magnificent Mia Rodriguez feed puts the Rockets back to a 4-2 lead with 3:23 left. What a pass by Mia Rodriguez. She came out of the corner and she saw Grace Matone cheat in from the point. She had not a millimeter to spare to the right or left, and she put that puck like she passed it through a 3-inch pipe right onto the stick of Matone, who gathered it and fired it through the 5-hole for a 4-2 lead. That was with 4-on-4 hockey. Hansen's going to jump out of the box. And now with the 4-2 lead and 3:05 left, the Rockets have a power play. Menichello tries to center it for Rodriguez, who was behind the D, whacked down. It's going to be a cross-check. And the Rockets will have a 5-on-3 here. It is going to be, it's going to be interference on Calvi. So Julia Calvi, 29, will jump into the box, and the Rockets, for 67 seconds, will have a 5-on-3 with their potent power play. Jacobus at one point with Connolly. Here's a 3-on-5 break by McGee. She shoots, Markland saves it, and she holds on. A near disaster scenario for the Rockets. I mean, the one thing you can't afford to do, you have a 4-2 lead and you have a 2-man advantage. And boy, that's Jackie McGee on senior day is not throwing in the towel. She got off to the races. And there's a shot off the face-off that Markland has to make a big stop on. So the Islanders by no means throwing in the towel here. They're 3-on-5. The Rockets have 51 seconds left of the 5-on-3. Ulrich with Menichello. Connolly. Fox. And Jacobus. Ulrich's going to gain the line. Connolly will stay there at the point. Center for Menichello. Menichello looking. Sneaks it through a bunch of traffic. Jacobus steps in. She scores! P.J. Jacobus. It's a power play goal. And with 2:19 left, the Rockets push their lead to 5-2. So the captain will go lead the charge. And the Rockets now have restored their 3-goal lead. They really let the game Islanders back into this one. But after Coach Jeremy Jacobus took a timeout, the troops settled down, and the Rockets have responded here. They score one 4-on-4, they score one 5-on-3, and with 2:18 left, they still have 80 seconds of power play time to work with. But at this point, it would take a A heck of a meltdown and by the Rockets and an explosion by the Islanders to change the probable outcome. And the Rockets will see if they can work on their power play here a little bit. Ulrich toward the point for Matone. Sends it over for Latour. Down low for Connolly. Backhand. Ulrich, one-timer! Big save by Kavanagh. She's been excellent. Allison Kavanagh has been excellent in this game. Sometimes you can't look at the number on the scoreboard to judge the type of game that the goalie had. She really hasn't had much of a chance on any of the goals that have been allowed. The Rockets have just blitzed in many of these cases. But Kavanagh has really made some brilliant saves, especially in key times. She kept her team in it with 2 huge saves when it was 3-0. They nearly worked their way all the way back. And in the end, the Rockets just maybe had a little too much today. Rockets are going to move it in. Rodriguez has Rizzo with her. Rodriguez is going to march it in. Gets down low. Wrist shot. Couldn't really get it off. It's on the net on the far side at the outside. And play is whistled down. 1:18 left in the game. The Rockets are going to get the win. The details of what the final score are going to be are to be determined. They have 24 seconds left of power play time and a date with these same Islanders in about 6 days and an hour from now. Centering feed by Rodriguez looking for Rizzo. Rodriguez's brilliant assist at 4-on-4 really ended up being what got the Rockets out of the hole that they were digging for themselves. And Mia was certainly magnificent in that manner. 5-on-5 hockey for the last 48 seconds. Rockets will try to move it out of the zone. Nieves takes it from Stake. Nieves off the boards behind the end line. The Rockets will try to break it out at least one more time. Nieves got it out of the zone. Stake has it. Lost it, regained it. Reynolds, she got at least the moment for the Islanders here when she scored the power play goal that got her team on the scoreboard, delighting her friends and family here on senior day for the Islanders. In the end, it's going to be the moment that she remembers from the game, not the details of the opponent or the final score. So good for you, Courtney Reynolds, as time expires. And the Rockets take the 5-2 win on Long Island, to the cheers and the appreciation of all the fans in attendance, because these are our daughters, our granddaughters, our great-granddaughters, our sisters, our cousins, our nieces, our friends, or if you're watching on demand, it's yourselves. You're part of a sorority of exclusive young ladies, girls that play ice hockey. There's not that many of you, and we're glad to share in bringing you these moments. As the Rockets and the Islanders get ready to shake hands, they do just that. The best tradition in any sport, and it happens after every single youth hockey game in the United States. In the NHL, it happens after every playoff game. And once again, as if we're beating you over the head with this knowledge, they'll face off in 6 days in the AGHF playoffs. That will be the next game for the Rockets, and I believe the next game for the Islanders as well, as the Rockets head to the locker room, and that will make the ride home from Long Island a little bit shorter. Final shots on goal, we don't have that with us. There might be ways to get it, but we don't have it. So the Rockets definitely had the edge, and Arialis Markland stopped all but 2, and Allison Kavanagh stopped all but 5 for the goalies. That is going to do it from Northwell Health Ice Center at Eisenhower Park in East Meadow, Long Island. It's the Rockets 5, the Islanders 2. That puts a wrap on the regular season for the Rockets. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we come on doing a live stream or update the YouTube Rizzo Vision channel with any kind of new content, including a coach interview, stand by for that. You'll see that one later on. You will get an alert if you hit the alerts button in addition to the subscribe button. And also, once again, congratulations to the Islanders seniors, and a special thanks to Cheryl Leone from the Islanders side for helping us out with some stuff before the game. Once again, Rockets 5, Islanders 2. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets girls hockey on Rizzo Vision.